Are you alright?
So hungry. Need water.
There's no way we can get her to eat. Huh? Huh? What happened? Really? This place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Propagate!
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Let the show begin.
Into the wind. Scatter! The wind smells me. Propagate! That hurt! Into the wind. Scatter! The wind knows me.
Let's dance.
Time to go. Into the wind.
This is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Time to go. The wind knows it.
the show be...
Once, there was a glorious kingdom.
Maybe let's try looking around the area. There's no way we can get her to eat. Huh? Huh? What happened? Really? Oh. I'll protect... This is huge! I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
wind! Propagate! One with nature! Wind slash! The wind knows me. Propagate!
Let's dance. I'll protect us. What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Strange place. Bow before
Scatter!
Let's dance.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind! Spring forth!
burn. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Propagate!
Grant me new life. The end will come.
The wind knows me.
The end is nigh.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of the bonds of... But don't you fret now.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Anyways. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends...
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's...
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too...
No, you needn't worry.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later, and they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them, but I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, here's something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about All right, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch, too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful when Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so, and everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
To his body's unique constitution, stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must... As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their... Which is why I must... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that I am currently... Sages have said that Irminsul... That's why we...
Whoa!
Of course I do. However, I believe that being... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of...
What's so strange about...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh.
Yes. Well, the sages say that wisdom implies... Yes. The fact that the people of... I was born into a... I studied hard, but then... It was back then.
So...
Sorry. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavan Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever... There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my...
Now that we know...
Time to go.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Harabatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the immortal.
I see.
Tainari.
And what exactly...
You'll know once you've arrived in some...
And how long will I be
there's no definite answer.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you...
Tainari!
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to but all that can wait. How did they...
It was quite the...
Very good.
That's right.
Sorry. I'm afraid...
Well...
Let me... How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amurta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure...
Oh?
It's called an Akash. Needless to say, this device and its...
Great! Next up, Sumeru... That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I'll have to grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back in the city.
Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. And, but I guess now I am... There's no need to... We're probably still... Thank you. Oh? What? It's my recipe for pita... Yay! Thanks. I hope that whenever you eat them... Well then...
Into the wind.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. After centuries, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge. I should mention that...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kind of looks like a...
To activate it, simply...
Oh, says this little doodad. Let's... May the mighty God bless it. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam!
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're... Okay, next, let's... Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Because we're outlanders? We've only just arrived? Uh-oh. He's from Sumeru, and... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address with the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great. You see, Tainari sent us here.
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit...
Here, this is a letter.
Oh, let me see. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know...
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my...
What?
Well, all I know is that... The Dendro Archon is... No, and besides, in this world, take me for example. Don't mention it. If you two ever want Hey, come on!
So what do we do now? Even... Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine!
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Ad Astra Abyssat.
Catherine, we need...
Understood.
We want to meet with what?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. I apologize. Please do not in Sumeru, they take on various An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your...
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about some...
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent... Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro...
Wait,
We originally came from the... It isn't just a...
Oh? Why is that?
Just take the Academia in their eyes. Because of the Academia, not to mention that...
Really?
But...
All right. Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asked... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But you're... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, panicked by what he heard, the man journeyed in despair. He thought...
Okay.
And then, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact... Archon, see, along your journey, we were in...
Yeah, thanks for... Dunyarzad.
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but...
Hey, wait! It looks like there's...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple...
Yes, that's her.
Yes!
Quick, after her! Time to go.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been lung.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you start...
You can relax now. We threw those people...
Really? Uh-oh. Looks like...
Huh?
No, wait, Okay, sounds...
All right, let's...
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met.
I see. In that...
Wait a sec!
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying them.
And if
it'd be easier for...
Hey! Didn't...
Stay out of this. Sorry, even though I...
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. That's why I'm here looking and knowing your health.
No, you're wrong. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept me, and every time I bring this up, they just change. Dia, I know it hasn't been because she saved me. This is my life.
My lady, are you...
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very...
Thank you, Dia.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that today's little excursion caused such... Since this definitely won't... So, I'll let you have...
Okay, Dia.
Yay! Looks like...
I'm fine.
My lady.
I'm sorry for worrying you too.
Sure!
Ha! Well, if it isn't... Word on the street.
Nah, you get...
You got it. Huh? Isn't...
Thank you, sir, but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, where are...
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers...
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Dunyarzad.
Well, remember...
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was stuck inside my younger self. Then one night, at that moment, and it...
Dunyarzad, don't be... Who are you? Really? Of course. Wow. Dunyarzad. What? Huh? Then... Then...
After that, although my body was suffering beyond my window, once I finally made it, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown cured. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for...
What's this?
It's Lesser Lord... It's actually an old... I heard everyone was... But because of that, the academia... Maybe they see less...
Aww.
It is. It's sure the greater...
Just remember that we're still...
I know that people... But recently, I gave her my saving...
Hold on. My lady, does this...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look.
Yes. I've agreed with Nilu.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too...
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk...
But of course. Nilu would be thrilled to hear...
Your perspective is just television.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but...
Oh. And who are...
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sabzeruz festival. By the way, Juniors,
you're very well.
Probably?
Time to go.
Is the best stall. Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried, so we reported it to the Academia.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The Academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired... The stage is going to...
And I can't wait to see it.
Nilu, what if...
She'll be dancing the dance...
Dunyarzad.
I only told them about the...
Okay. Then, according to legend, a long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, some of the gods got as she danced upon those brilliant purple flowers. Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around.
Went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Patisaras on the stage. So?
All of Lesser Lord...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on!
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad, everyone at the Grand...
In that case, Whoa! Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen?
Ah, dancing as a child. My the Sabzeruz.
Things are... Don't be fooled into thinking bad when it comes...
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival. I don't know much about... Oh, and the perfume sold... I mean, that's, what...
Nilu, you're up. Wow.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the travel...
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated function. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie, but take you two, for example.
Well, we enjoy...
Yes.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyway...
No, not particularly. Oh, it looks like it's about...
All right, well,
I'm sure you two...
There's...
Hey, Traveler.
Oh, hey, Thea. What's going...
I've got something to tell you.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the...
Sounds like a... Let's head over to the Citadel of Rhaegar and wait for Thea.
Welcome. Your spike is here.
Sorry, I'm late. Anyway, I guess I should...
You sure sound a whole...
It's called being a professional. I'm...
Look, Thea's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're all so interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Tia! And you too, Asan! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Follow the wind. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Into the wind. Time to go. Yeah. Time to go. Wind Strider. Yeah. Scatter.
Come and
Believe me.
Wow. We know that? Paimon doesn't get it. Well...
Welcome.
Hi.
Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted. Sure, we may... you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
Nothing but smooth
It's no good. I've
tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the street.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different especially the group that's called...
They're called Ein El...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia, because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Oh...
Hello there, my friend. Fate must have brought us together.
Time to go.
Let the show begin. This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, so then what happened next?
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss?
They're not...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money?
Yeah, with...
Huh. All these guys talk...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah!
Welcome.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago. But there's...
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little As you can see, years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that the Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed.
So,
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. Furthermore, she conspired... Mark my word. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged
Yes, it's me again. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. Once you show up...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What?
I told you the other day...
Ha!
Yes, and in...
I'm warning...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, I will jeopardize the... I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would also... Consider this.
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our more, plus, he seems...
What happened next?
He was that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask.
Who exactly are you two? And a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong.
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not. Those high-headed thugs are...
We'll reconvene at the...
So...
You were willing to part... Look.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the air...
You know, almost... This is what you've been looking for.
Huh?
This... Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. And it's essentially they were created as but despite strict over the past century. Meanwhile, those, well, I think that about sums it up. So that with our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer. You're still. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be, she's guarded against. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?